everybody. Welcome to Magic and Healing. Today we have Bobby and Tammy and Deveney all here. We want to dive a little deeper into our conversation of letting go. Deveney and I feel like we just barely scratched the surface last time. Thanks for joining us to dig a little deeper. I invite you to bring your awareness into this moment, right here, right now. Drop into your body. Let go of your day today. Let go of tomorrow. Just bring yourself right here, right now, to fully connect. And whenever you're ready, we'll just dive right into letting go. Devaney, would you like to kick us off?
Yeah. Um, so Leo and his dads flew home to France yesterday morning, and that we recorded this letting go earlier this week, I think. And I just how it was going, and then when yesterday came, I'm like, I'm feeling good. Like I'm really at peace with how the like I've done a lot of inner work, like go girl. And then as soon as we put the car in park at their house, it's like and the emotions just like hit me. And I don't know if that's like subconscious. And then as soon as reality really like caught up to me is when it all caught up to me. Just um let go. Uh I This is my second surrogacy journey, and my first one was really different. The intended parents were Canadian based, so they left 4 days after my woo mate was born. And this one, the intended parents arrived 3 weeks before I was due, and they stayed about a month after, yeah, exactly a month and 1 day after I gave birth. So there was a lot more connection that was built for me in that surrogacy journey. And so I had not actually given that any thought as to what that was going to look like when it was his time to go. And it was significantly harder. I I went in actually a little bit cocky, being like, Psh, like I'm good. This is my second go round. Um, it was a tough week. It was, but also funny balance. Like I'm so flippin' excited for them to start their life, and I'm a lot sad that I might never see them in real life again on this walk. Um, and so being able to honor both of those feelings and trying, um, yeah, it's been tough because I feel guilt that I'm okay with it, and there's also guilt that I'm sad about it, and um, yeah, it's been tough letting go. And the thing that keeps coming up is surrender. That's when if I'm going to truly let go, I think about all of the different situations that are when we first started recording this, Tammy, where you're like, "Can I vent?" And as you're telling me, I hear the word in my mind, surrender. And it's like you need to surrender to all control because you have none in this situation, and you're really just putting it out to the universe, right? So, um, to what this process is and just being okay with it. I got to the guy's house, and I went to the bathroom, and I was having a conversation with that part, and I was like, okay, you just go over here, and I promise as soon as we get home, you and I spend some one-on-one time together, you can let it all out. And she was just like, no, like this is happening right now. And so I went out into the living room where everyone was, and I'm like, this is how it's gonna be. And as soon as I just let the tears flow and allowed myself to love it, um, I was able to calm down significantly quicker than if I just continued to swallow that lump and and try and fight the burn of the tears in the eyes. So it's been it's been an amazing start to my year. And yeah, that's where I'm at with letting go right now is just honoring where I'm at with it all.
Mm.
I have to say, Dev, and I've said it to you before, you're a warrior. You are a gift to this world, and what joy you brought to those two people. Like, I am in awe of you, and
Thank you.
that is heartfelt. Mhm.
Thanks. Yeah, it was great. It was great. Their moms actually came out. They flew out January 10th and they left January 18th yesterday. And as I was leaving, I hugged them as well. And it was like an exchange of energy to feminine. Like it was just a mama to mama. And it was so cool to experience. Yeah. So
Hmm.
yeah, it's been fun sharing it with you guys. I'm glad you were both there to experience it along the way. Bobby met him. I don't know if I told you that yet. Bobby was able to meet him and mhm.
Mm, they will update you. Do you think they?
Yeah, we'll stay in contact and they'll send pictures, and as life gets busy, right, organically things will slow down and I'm fully prepared for that.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, we'll remain lifelong friends.
yeah, it's beautiful.
Mhm.
What a great beginning to a great friendship. Hmm?
Yeah, it,
Right? Wow.
it's been so magical. So
Mm.
yeah.
Do you still have a relationship with Kale and his parents?
We don't talk too often. It probably we don't even talk very much. It's more like exchange of photos. So yeah, a few times a year I hear from them. We're hoping to do like a video and coffee sometime in the next few weeks, but they brought a little girl into this world through surrogacy after I had Kale. So they
Oh.
have a busy, busy life. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So actually one of the fathers went into um hypnotherapy. And
Hmm.
yeah, he just started his business, so he's quite busy out in Vancouver.
Wow.
Yeah. Where are you guys landing at with letting go?
Mm. Well, for me, my journey with my mom, she's 93, and this year I just really felt usually spend Christmas with grandkids up in Red Deer, and this year I just really felt pulled to not go. Um, I know that she fades a little bit more every time I see her. Um, Christmas Day was a good visit, though. She confused. Um, I think at one point in the visit, she thought I was her sister, whom his dad had passed over. But I know that she feels that love. I know that. Um, yeah, it's like a slow goodbye. That's what it is. And so when I say I'm trying to let go, it's like almost impossible to let go when it's a slow goodbye over a course of week after week after week. Um, all I want for her is peace. That's all I want for her. And in that peace for her, I guess there will be peace for me. Just don't want to think about it though. Not right now. Um, but yeah, you're right. In the holding on, we miss the beautiful moments of letting go. And and that's what I'm finding with my mom. The more I hold on to the wishes that she were like the way she was before, I miss the beautiful moments of her as she is now. And I really, really paid attention to that at Christmas. And I'm glad that I stayed. I miss my grandbabies. They said Christmas wasn't Christmas, but there's always next year. But I just, yeah, it's hard because I love my mama so much. And it's hard because it's a role reversal. Like I feel like I'm the mom and she's the child. So that's very different. And yeah, and there's part of me that dreads the day, and part of me that I don't want to see her sitting in that chair anymore being unhappy. So yeah, it's a process. It's a process. But the more I hold on, I miss the beautiful moments that I get to see when I let go. And that is what is going to lead me down this path, because I don't know when this journey will end. Um,
How long
and
have you been in this stage with your mom for?
it's going to be a year.
Mm.
It's coming up a year in February, when she fell and hurt herself so bad, and when I almost died. There you go. The same, like within 2 days, all of that happened. And yeah, I lost my mom a year ago, like the mom that she was. And now there's just little pieces of her that I get to see. Um, yeah, it's a hard road. It's a hard road. But I'm glad I'm here for the ride. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad I'm here. But yeah, February holds a lot of feelings for me. So yeah,
How are you preparing for February to come up?
been practicing being more grateful. That's for sure. Um, looking at I journal, so I'm planning on the day of February to go back and just read my journal, to all the things that I've accomplished and how I've grown and how I've changed and how I have actually learned how to love myself. So that's a big thing for me. What about you, Bobbi?
I have a question first, if I could. How do you choose when to go see her and when not to? Like, how do you not covet those moments so hard that you lose all the rest of your life?
Mm-hmm. I give myself permission to feel what I feel. I give myself permission to say, I haven't got the capacity for it today. I'll try to.
Mm, mhm,
And there are times when I just go because that's what I should do. And it's a process, right? Like
mhm.
I am all she has as far as close by. I'm the only one. And it's a lot to be someone's everything. Like it's a lot.
Yeah.
So I don't want to disappoint her when I don't show up on a weekend. I have to be okay with that. Otherwise the feelings just, I should just go see her because that's how it makes me feel if I don't and I'm not all right with it. But
Mhm,
I have to give myself grace, because without
mhm.
that grace, it's yeah, you give everything of yourself away to everybody else, and there's nothing
Yeah.
left for you. So I've been living that life for the first 50 years of it. So, and I've learned how to do that better, so that I'll give from the saucer and not the cup, because
Mhm,
it doesn't work very well. You end up feeling very depleted, and I know that feeling well. So I don't want to go back there. But yeah, no, I give myself grace. I prepare myself to have that conversation with that little person in me that goes, but she's your mom and you need to go see her.
mhm, mhm. I
Yeah,
feel like I would do that to myself like all of the time.
all of the time. Yeah. And then you feel, yeah, it's that little niggling. So I have a conversation with myself and that little girl. Because I want to be all of me. And when I go see her, I don't
Mhm,
I don't want to have her feel like I'm less me. It's a balance. That's what it is. So,
mhm. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah, I love my mama, but I also have learned to love me. So that's the balance, right?
yeah.
Do you suffer from panic or anxiety or nervous system dysregulation? Journey to Self series is designed to teach you to regulate your nervous system and get out of survival mode. It shifts you out of autopilot, forcing you to acknowledge numbing, dissociative behaviors. It brings you back into your body and gives you access to your feelings real time, which offers you more presence, joy, and connection. This program is not just self care, it makes you self aware. It lessens anxiety, offering solutions to panic. It shifts depression, giving supports to real time feeling. You can head on over to healingevolution.ca to register for the online 8-week healing intensives. Do you know Lethbridge has an alternative healing clinic? Healing Collective is located at 724 13th Street North. At Healing Collective, you can find traditional Chinese medicine, acupuncture, Reiki healing, Reiki training, sound healing, massage therapy, and an infrared sauna with Himalayan salt panels. You can find us on Vigero under Healing Collective, at healingevolution.ca under the tab Healing Collective. You will find a link for all the humans that practice out of Healing Collective.
And I think that's the shift, right? Like, yeah, you love your mom, but you also love you. And that means that sometimes you have to just choose you.
And you know what? If I had that conversation with my mom, who is, like not the confused little lady that's 93, but my mom, she would be the first one to say, take care of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know that she
Mm.
would, but it's just that the roles have flipped, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not easy, but it
No.
is, it is rewarding, and there's nothing better in my whole life than when I can make my mom laugh, like a real gut laugh.
Mm.
Like that was the gift she gave me at Christmas.
Mm.
Had a real good laugh, and that just filled my heart. So I want more of that.
Mm.
Doesn't
Mm-hmm.
doesn't matter whether she knows that I'm Tammy or not. I don't care. I just want more of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. I love that.
Mm-hmm. It was a good gift.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it sounds exactly like what I said in part one. Like I miss the moments of right here and right now if I'm, stuck in the past, wishing that it was something else or worried about the future. Um, and so yeah, I'm in it right now, and it's funny, it's shifted into a little bit more of physical, letting go of spaces and things. I still haven't gotten rid of their board books or anything wild and crazy like that, but really landing in the moment of, hold on, I just realized I'm not plugged in. Thank you, universe, for that one.
Yeah.
Um, Landing in the moment of the here and now and honoring what is. And that's when, like you said, the pieces of her that I get to see. And that's the same, like I can see that 2-year-old little boy inside the 13-year-old when I'm fully present to living in this moment. And we can have those deep belly laughs and be um, 13 and 43 together.
Mm.
Whereas if I'm wishing he was still 2 and needed me differently than he did, then um, I miss that moment. And I can't get the 2-year-old moment back. I know that. But I can live every moment of the 13-year-old, the 11-year-old, the 26-year-old um, in these moments and um, taking them for what it is. So, I said like my role is shifting and I don't really know what that is. But sometimes it's the 26-year-old showing up and giving you a piece of his heart and telling you what his day was, and like offering it to you on a platter. Like those are the moments. And pausing and dropping into my body and fully showing up for him. And um, there's a tenderness and a realness that feels so much more profound. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying. It just feels like such a time in my life where it's like moment to moment, real life, letting go of what is, of what I thought would be, for like what really is. Letting go of what is for what really is. Um,
Everything changes.
So, quotes from my jam right now. I have to find it because I'm gonna tell you what it is.
It's the yearning for like that's what I found when I was thinking about the end of a marriage, the yearning for what you thought life would be.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
that's what I'm talking about.
Right? Like you
mhm,
have this freaking picture, story, whatever in your head that this is the way life is going to be. And then the world or universe or whatever says, ha, 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 and blows it up. And you're
mhm,
left there like everything that you knew is gone. Everything that you thought would be your future is gone. And now you're just here in that
mhm.
moment. But that is where the beauty is. It's really, truly, it is. It's the beauty. And in learning to, yeah, we all have the stories in our head, but that's what they are. They're just bullshit stories. And
And the grief and loss of those stories is real and true,
oh, so true.
because there are moments in my life I've already lived 15 years ahead.
Mhm.
And so when it shifts, it's like
Mm.
we
Mhm.
have to grieve those moments that we thought we'd have. They are just as real and true as the ones we do grieve.
Yeah.
I found it. It is sometimes you have to let go of the picture of what you thought life would be like and learn to find joy in the story you are living. And
Mm.
it's the life I had pictured is drastically different than the life I thought I was going to have. And there is a grief process. There
Mhm.
is dreams, like not one single part of it was real because it had never been lived. But we had had those dreams or those thoughts or those expectations, and yeah,
Expectations.
yeah.
Oh my heck. We could
Yeah.
do an entire podcast of letting go of expectations.
Right?
Writing it down.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think my very, very, very first time that I had something that like very significant that I needed to let go was when I had Robin. I have this vision in my head, right, of what our relationship is going to be like. And as she grows and she has a family and all the stories you tell, well, it's significantly different. And for me, when I remember when she was 3 years old and I knew I had to give up on that. Like I was missing the moments of who she was at 3. So I just created a little box of baby things and took them out into the garden and I buried them. Um, it was the only way I could let go was to have it a physical thing. On the flip side of that, I have been able to steep in all the goodness that's Robin, all the gifts that she has given me, my family, her brothers, taught them what compassion was, taught them empathy, taught them kindness, taught them the ability to care about someone and all their gifts, because she has many. Maybe not in the society way, but she has many. And as I say that, she is the one that saved my life. And I owe her immensely for that. So I understand the letting go, but I needed to do that actual physical part of it so that I could see what a beautiful young girl I had in front of me and be able to engage with that girl and never think about what if. It's a hard process. Took me a while, but I'm so very glad and grateful that I did. And now that I've cried and blubbered,
Mhm.
yeah, I'll wipe my nose. Thanks.
Yeah. But I think those rituals and ceremonies of letting go, like, I know for me, that was totally missing before I brought them back, right? And so now I can mark those moments in my life um, in a sacred way to me and wail about it. I am the type of like, in order to let something go, I need to move that energy. And quite often it comes out of me in big, blubbering tears and snot balls. Um, and historically, there were ways we used to gather together in wailing ceremonies and grieving ceremonies and just do that together. And so I find ways in my day to day to honor that and just move through it and mark those sacred moments.
Mhm.
And when you don't have space to honor it, it doesn't move. It stays there and it festers.
Mhm.
And it won't. As soon as you allow it to do what needs to be done, just like when I was saying goodbye to Leo, when I went to the bathroom, I got there, I booked it to the bathroom because I didn't want the mothers to see me cry, and and then I came out and I was like, this is just how it's going to be. And when I just allowed the tears to flow, the tears flowed and then they stopped and we were able to end the last 20 minutes together in Canada, right? But if we don't, it just, that ball stays in your throat and the tears threaten the release of the sting. And yeah.
Yeah.
I liken it to the, when we don't let it go, when it sits, that ball in your throat, that pit, that sits in your belly. To me, that's like storing old energy, and anything that's stored and old will fester and rot. And therefore, we end up with disease, we end up with illness, we end up not living our best life by any means. It just festers in our bellies. And the magic is when you get rid of it. That's what happens. It's the magic happens. Feel what you're feeling. Let it like ball if you have to. Doesn't matter. But don't hold on to it. It's a
Mhm.
prescription to death. And it's not a very nice death either. Right?
Ah, huh.
Getting the magic isn't easy, but
No.
it's always worth it.
Mhm. Mhm.
It can be walking through a minefield at times. You don't know what's coming next.
No,
But
you don't.
once you make it through it, it's, yeah.
I think the recovery time is a whole lot shorter if we actually, you know what, I'm gonna just sit here and feel what I gotta feel.
Yeah.
Let it go through my body. It seems to process and get rid of and knows what to do. Your body knows what to do. If you just let it,
Surrender, right? If you just surrender.
you just let it, right? It'll take care of it. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like I said in the part one, um, like trying to stay ahead of it, right? So it can't get you. So really being present to turning around and looking at it, seeing that little girl in the mirror and showing up anyway to the mothers. Um, yeah, it's raw and it's real and it's true. And we are meant to fully emote that actually fully alive, fully feeling,
Mm.
fully here.
For all of it. Mm.